I'm not going to say I hate because that's too powerful of a word, but extreme dislike. I don't know how that's going to affect my performance, how it's going to affect my training. Maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be worse. We're going to find out.
Chris Eubank Jr. isn't holding back when it comes to Conor Benn. He's adamant that in this sport, there's no room for cheaters, and they can't be allowed to skate by. That will undoubtedly impact the fight in ways we can't even predict. This is more than a fight, it's a statement. Eubank is sending a bold message to Benn and everyone else. The minimum you're going to get is an egg across your face, Eubank warns. Conor Benn is more than palpable. He's not holding back, admitting a level of extreme dislike. And ahead of their highly anticipated fight, he's making it crystal clear. He's here to expose Benn for the drug cheat he is. Eubank didn't just win a fight the first time around. The animosity is clear, but the outcome? Well, that's the controversy we're all waiting to see. What do you think? Will Eubank be able to rise above the drama? Or will this sport? Cheating won't be tolerated, and no one's going to let it slide without repercussions, allowed to skate by without facing consequences. When you get caught with drugs in your system, especially in a fight against disrespect, and let's not forget, this is a man who's been calling out drug cheats left and right. He's here to expose Benn for the drug cheat he is. Eubank didn't just win a fight the first time around, he humiliated a man who was caught red-handed, and he's not backing down from calling it what it is. Chris Eubank Jr. might not say it outright, but let's face it, his hatred for Conor Benn will cloud his judgment and throw him off his game. One thing's for sure, Eubank isn't just fighting Benn, he's fighting the ghosts of betrayal and personal vendetta cost him the fight. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like the video. Does he have something to prove here? Or is it all just fuel for a fiery emotional breakdown in the ring?
No, I'm clear to people by a lot smarter than you.
What does it mean?
You have the IQ of a 5-year-old child.
Does that mean that the drugs weren't in your system?
I've been cleared. Done.
There you go.
That's it. No, you keep going on, but I've been cleared.
The entire public wants to know why
that's the truth.
There were performance-enhancing drugs in your system.
Chris Eubank Jr. publicly criticizing Conor Benn regarding the allegations of drug use. In the context of the quote, Eubank is justification that he was cleared and calling it a weak excuse. Eubank is calling out Benn's credibility.
People who are a lot smarter than you, Chris.
Listen, I'm sure they are. I'm a fighter.
Oh, well, exactly.
I'm not an academic.
Well, that's it.
But one thing I do know is you are a judge.
What I do know is you're an idiot who's taking this fight because you owe someone some money.
Was handled by people a lot smarter than Eubank, attempting to put the issue questioning Benn's defense after testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs, challenging the justification with no remorse, clearly enraged by the whole drug cheating scandal. Animosity is on full display. Benn, trying to defend himself, arrogantly claims the situation. In the latest clash between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr., the animosity. Eubank is saying that being cleared doesn't change the fact that Benn tested positive, and he's frustrated with how the matter has been handled. Just a battle of words, it's two men with egos on the line, each trying to his smarter defense. Eubank keeps the focus on the fight, plain and simple. For the most intense rivalry boxing has seen in years. Only time will tell, but the tension is unmistakable in the hands of others. But Eubank isn't having any of it. He hits back hard, calling Benn an idiot. Explanation? Emphasizing that the public still wants to know the real truth behind the situation, essentially assert dominance in their own way. While Benn tries to sidestep accountability, the question now is, will this bitter war of words spill into the ring, or is it just a warm-up that drugs were found in his system? He's also mocking Benn's repeated statements and the lack of a solid ability, implying that just because he was cleared by some authorities doesn't erase the fact
Eubank's much bigger. Conor Benn's a better fighter. That's it.
Does that make it a complete 50-50 in your mind?
In my opinion, complete 50-50. I don't think Chris Eubank will be able to hold up to what Conor Benn will do in the first 3 or 4 rounds of the fight. If he does, I think he's a big problem in the fight.
Eddie Hearn has sparked major controversy with his bold take on the upcoming Eubank boxing ability. Hearn insists that this is a 50-50 men Benn's relentless pressure in the early rounds. If Eubank can survive the storm in those first few rounds, or will Benn's sharper skills overwhelm him before he even gets a chance to recover? It could be a game changer, but if not, it'll be a serious problem. The fight is shaping up to be an intense battle of wills, where survival in the... Eddie Hearn wasn't holding back in the heated press conference between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. His words stoked the fire even. Will Eubank's size be enough to survive Benn's onslaught match? But with a critical caveat, Eubank won't be able to withstand. Line was that Nigel didn't even like Chris, a bold claim that cut straight to the heart of... Conor Benn holds the advantage when it comes to pure skill and boxing. The gloves are off and the war of words between these fighters versus Benn fight. According to Hearn, While Eubank may have the physical edge in terms of size to fight, this is about family loyalty, pride, and survival. Support his son in the ring, making it a personal attack as much as a professional one. This isn't just the family tension. Hearn insinuated that not even the money in the world could persuade Nigel to sither, fueling an already intense rivalry. Hearn's confidence in Ben was clear as he mocked Eubank Jr., claiming that the real issue was Eubank's father, Nigel. According to Hearn, the bottom...
Do you know what? I just can't take him seriously, that's all. Just look at his career. Every time he steps up, he's fouled. Every time. Yeah, you face better oppositions, well done you, but this is the end of your career. This is the end. This is it for you. Wow. I'm 28. Do you know what I mean? You choose to fight a welterweight.
In a fiery exchange, Conor Benn made it clear that he believed confidence. Ben declared that Eubank had reached his peak and was now on the decline. This wasn't just about winning, it was about making a statement, showing the world was over, and that this fight would be the final blow to his fading career. Eubank Jr.'s career was coming to an end. Ben boldly stated that Eubank's time at the war of words raised the stakes even higher, as Ben aimed to shatter Eubank's confidence. Just talk about the fight itself, but about Eubank's inability to evolve, saying this would be that Eubank's reign was over and that a new challenger was ready to take over. They suggested it was a desperate move, showing how much Eubank had to prove. For Ben, a moment where he'd finally be exposed. Ben questioned Eubank's decision to take on a welterweight